It's that time of the show, State of the Matters, here on First Next News. In one state, traders face losing their shops for staying away. In another, former political rivals are talking reconciliation. Two stories, one question: power or persuasion. A member of the House of Representatives from Abia State, Obi Ogwacha, has faulted Anambra State Governor Charles Soludo over the temporary closure of the Onitsha main market following traders' compliance with a sit-at-home order. The governor has ordered the shutdown on Monday after observing widespread closure of shops, allegedly in obedience to an illegal directive linked to a faction of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB. The move has since sparked protests by traders in Onitsha, who on Tuesday reaffirmed support for the sit-at-home action in solidarity with detained IPOB leader Nnamdi Kanu. Amid rising tension, Governor Soludo on Wednesday warned that the state will shut down markets and revoke shop ownership of traders who continue to observe the sit-at-home. Former National Chairman of the All Progressive Congress APC, Abdullahi Ganduje, say he is open to reconciling with Senator Rabiu Kwankwaso, the national leader of the new Nigerian People's Party (NNPP). Ganduje, a two-time former governor of Kano State, made the remark in an interview, noting that his Islamic faith discourages permanent enmity. Today, we examine the fine line between enforcing order and protecting livelihood in Anambra, as well as the shifting sands of political reconciliation in Kano. So all these are what we are going to be discussing in this show. I remain your amazing host, Cassie Tony, and when we return, I have a wonderful guest with us who will help us dissect all these discussions. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the show, State of the Matters. Hello, Kings. How are you doing today?
Hello, Cassie.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
You look dashing.
As always. Thank you so much.
So, we have very trending and
yes,
disturbing topic to talk about.
Always trending.
Always trending, like you said. The story of the Anambra State Governor wanting to shut down markets against the sit-at-home.
Yeah.
You know, initially he said he had a meeting with the IPOB leader, that's Nnamdi Kanu.
Yeah.
He said Nnamdi Kanu is really against the sit-at-home, that he's not in support, that he had a conversation with him. He visited him in the prison, and Nnamdi Kanu said he's not in support of this sit-at-home. And now the governor has come out to say that he's going to shut down the market, is going to revoke some of the shop owners who do not want to open their shops, that he will is either he shut down the market or he revoked the shop from some of those members who do not want to open their shop. Now, does the Governor Soludo, does this his approach risk deepening economic fear rather than ending the sit-at-home complaint?
Well, it's very simple. It's just a means to end this sit-at-home, affairs traveling Anambra State. You said something not quite long that he made a consent from the
IPOB leader,
Mazi Kanu, and he said he's not in support. Now we could recall back before the capture and placing him in custody and thereabout. There were alleged news that it was when he was not captured. He was the one who made this proclamation about sit-at-home, warning the Easterners, the Southeasterners, that they should enforce this sit-at-home. So when Governor Soludo comes out to say he made consent from the IPOB leader in custody that is not in support, well, I think there should be more investigation to that, because on the contrary, most Nigeria knows what's happening in the Southeast, especially people, Southeasterners. Now, looking at the history of Onitsha market.
Yeah.
Onitsha is one of is
It's one of the biggest
largest
market,
open air market in West Africa.
Yes,
even
exactly.
that of Alaba you talk of, and also we have so many markets in that same Onitsha. You understand? So Onitsha market does not happen to be the only market there. The question is now, why did the governor choose to shut down this particular market? In that same Onitsha, we have market like Ochenga market, we have a Bridgehead market, we have Ugo market, we have electrical market, we have a relief market, we have building material markets in that same Onitsha and thereabout. Now, the question is, why did the governor choose to shut down this market? Because he knows definitely the revenues that come out from this particular market, just like one of the state financials made it clear that they loses 8 billion on every sit-at-home Monday that has been orchestrated for a quite number of days and years, probably since when the occurrence took place. You understand? So I think although I will urge the governor to really to create a better dialogue, rather, because it's really causing chaos in the south.
And remember, this same scenario happened in Imo State. That was between 2021 and 2023, where the reopening of markets was really a huge concern. There was attacks and
our governors' action most times, is bound to their possession as governors, and trying to make the needful for the state to be able to balance equation. What do I mean by balance equation? So that there will be a flow with our constitution and also the federation. You understand? Initially, when this closure of Onitsha market came about, you could recall where I said, I think the governor is making a disciplinary miss for the people to put an end to this sit-at-home Monday.
Yeah.
Now, if you look at it now, it has gone beyond measure, where people are coming out to protest to tell you that how verbally where this market has made impact in the life of so many marketers and thereabout. Onitsha market is not the only market in Nigeria that has made prominent way, but if you check history, it has influenced the country in so many ways. So even long in the 16th century, where it has had a counter with British, so many of these foreign negligence and thereabout. Now, in this current situation, I think, just like I said, there should be a dialogue from the governor, rather than trying to, and also if you look at the news, he sent, security forces, and if you look at the disciplinary means, it was too crucial for the citizens. Yes, these are people expressing their rights, coming out solidarity in order for the governor to respond to, you understand? He has made it clear to them that it will be closed for 1 week. I believe it will. This 1 week closure we're talking about is still on Sunday or thereabout. Probably from on Monday, it will commence again. Now, what I expect the people to do would have complied. You understand? Then probably you commence on Monday and see if the governor will not. If you come to your market or your place of business on Monday, see if the governor will not remove those security forces. That is when this kind of protest, I ought would have really struck like this.
All right. So the governor said on Monday he was driving through the Onitsha road, and then he discovered that other markets were open except the main market that was not open. And now he said he should employ other means. So what are those means? That how can he tackle this issue, this sit-at-home, without punishing
just like I said, bringing out police with arms to do what he has commenced? I think there would have been other means, like that is bringing out how will I put it now, enforcement. I'm talking about enforcement without arms, enforcement that will go look deep into the matter and monitor those who are he also made mention that, because see, everyone doesn't have the same mindset. I might choose to come to my market today, and Mr. B will decide not to. You understand? So you can't just overemphasize. You understand? There have to be thorough investigation on this matter, rather than how will I put it now? Rather than trying to categorize everyone as one mind, because there are some traders in that same market who might choose to not to disobey, and those who might choose to disobey. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think there should be enforcement by some selected personnel who will take out these actions to really monitor the movement of the Onitsha market, rather than sending, police with arm, tear gas, and thereabout. You understand? Because the crisis in terms of in terms of police monitoring the movement has really caused great chaos. So I think the governor should really take it softly, because it won't really be easy for the people of Anambra State, and most especially the traders of Onitsha, to really comply. So it will take gradual process. So that is when the governor will have to come in and also follow suit gradually, rather than trying to take it in another level by using armed force, police, and they're about to chase marketers.
All right, thank you so much. So moving away from that, we see reconciliation, political reconciliation between Kwankwaso and the former governor of Kano State, that's Ganduje. He said his religion does not teach him to keep enmity with people.
For a long period of time.
Yeah, for a long period of time. And he's actually open to reconciling with Kwankwaso. Now, how genuine are political reconciliation in Nigeria?
If you look at the beef between Kwankwaso, I think this happened since 2015. Yeah. When Kwankwaso took position as a governor of Kano State. Yeah. He made mention of he listed some causes of their beef, let me put it that way, which we also have. They said he betrayed in some aspect whereby he was betrayed. He also mentioned in some aspect whereby the governor took some conflicts, succession conflicts, and also the emir of Kano. If you remember the crisis that happened there, where he was brought out of seat from his throne by the Ganduje himself. Yes. So Kano, Kwankwaso, and this current Yusuf had to interfere in that matter by building a bridge, that is condemning that act and bringing back the suspended emir of Kano. So I think these are things that really cause beef between both of them, and him coming out to reconcile, I think, is a good move. But the unfortunate thing is that why is it this period, probably when the governor of Kano State, we are talking about Yusuf himself, had seemed to betray the Kwankwaso just as that Ganduje is coming out for reconciliation, when the state governor was in NPP. What happened to their reconciliation as a day? But nevertheless, I think it's a good move, at least so that it would affect our democracy system. Based on his belief, he said his religion condemned the act of having beef, that is having issues within yourself for a long period of time. I think the former governor is really putting it to work. And I think also the Kwankwaso and the Kwankwasoria movement should also embrace this reconciliation, rather than, having one or two enmity between themselves, but that might really affect the democratic system of it.
Okay, so we see similar thing in Rivers State, where the sitting governor is also having issues with the outgoing governor. Now, this trend of leadership using authority and alliance as tools for control rather than consensus, what is the way forward? What do you think can be done that for outgoing governors not to be having issues with sitting governors?
With the sitting governor, it's very clear. First of all, what I want to say, with the situation happening in Nigeria, it looks as if there is a kind of a revolution. You understand? We have talked about governor having problems with themselves. You understand? Different coalition coming out to that one is normal. You understand? Criticizing yourself as different parties is a way of campaigning. Trying to condemn party A against party B, so that the people will know who to choose. That one is very normal. But when city governors are having issues with a resigned governor who has ruled in his previous administration, I think it is a way of not encouraging democracy in our country. One, and from the whole riot, by one state union and thereabout against an outgone governor. Someone will say definitely this is a revelation, and this now it all reflects down to our governors and our past governors. Okay, let me use the case of we could recall where the FCTAs and other union came and you know, there was an alleged
Protesting
video that
for
he
strike,
protested and
yeah.
also chased him at the
Yes,
Now definitely Wike wouldn't have experienced such if
he was carrying out his duties diligently.
Let's be
Yeah.
honest. So what am I trying to say here? Our governors should check themselves. They should check themselves, and also they should put things in order within themselves, within the party system, and also, you understand, respond to the needs of the people. I think that is when this menace will stop, because it's enough of, okay, we've fine, I'm not saying other countries,
they seem to play this godfatherism,
which has become
yes, because they feel if you're
of the day in Nigeria,
yes, if you bring your successor to pay homage to you,
okay, imagine the case of Barack Obama, or let me say Joe Biden and Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Let's be honest with ourselves. Since Donald Trump took over power from the,
we've not had any
have you heard anything about Joe Biden or even Barack Obama? You know, those people showcase themselves in a glim light. But
okay, let's bring it back to Nigeria.
Okay.
Tinubu and Buhari.
Okay.
They've not had any issues.
No, we all know that Buhari is late already. And also,
yeah, but before then.
Before then, you understand, they've been a kind of ally. Yeah. You understand. But we are talking about just state governors now. State governors that are not even, you understand, just the state level, having beef within themselves. Then what do you tell you? What is that? How do you encourage your people in this space?
Exactly that.
So our governors should really check themselves, and also past governors and outgoing governors. They should really check themselves. They should know that, you know, democracy in the sight of people really matters. You understand? And if they continue this way, instead of focusing on the amenities of the people in order to make sure that the state gets to its prominent level, where every state has a dream. Let's be honest. But with this beef here and there within themselves, how do you tend to focus on the needful of the people? How do you intend to you know, to make sure that your state get to that standard which every state is dreaming of? So that is the question our governors should ask themselves. And enough with all this beef, you know, issues happening between themselves, and let them put things in order. So that.
All right. Thank you so much, Kings. Thank you so much, Kings. Our governors should check themselves, because democracy is really what? What did you say?
It's going out of hand in
Nigeria. Yes, democracy is going out of hand. That's coming from Kings Ojalo. Thank you so much for joining us on the show.
Thank you, Cassie.
It's been a pleasure having you in each of our shows. And to you, our amazing viewers, thank you for watching. Thank you for staying engaged. Thank you for staying informed. We've come to the end of the show. I remain your amazing host, Cassie Tony. Do have a pleasant day.